The Mumbai Collective was started in 2016 by a motley crew of academicians, students, journalists, and lawyers, and we are glad that we've now reached the third edition of the collective today, and we're even more glad that all of you are here at 10 a.m. on a Sunday with or without your morning coffee. And we would hope that the events which are lined up on the schedule today would prove more than adequate for you on a Sunday here. One of the things that we would like to highlight is the fact that the speakers here, as well as our event, shares the common thread of standing up for our constitutional principles of freedom, pluralism, and democracy. This is especially important given the fact that in the current climate, the only answer to the various questions that have been raised comes in the form of a very cryptic phrase, "Chaliye Puducherry ko vanakkam." And I really hope that this particular event is something from which you can draw much more on for all of you here in Bombay and beyond. With this, I would like to now invite R Ramakumar, the chief organizer of the Mumbai Collective, to speak about the collective and the idea behind this, its third edition. Thank you.
A very warm good morning. This wonderful Sunday morning. On behalf of Mumbai Collective, I have great pleasure in welcoming you all to this collective, which is the third edition of the Mumbai Collective. We had the first one in 2016, then in 2017, we missed 2018, we now have it in 2019. In Mumbai, I'm told that it's very difficult to get a full hall at 10 a.m. So we were actually advised to start at 11 a.m. A few weeks back, but the hall is evidence that that was bad advice. But that's also because the Mumbai Collective has been an exception compared to other programs that we have. And we consider it as a matter of great pride that this collective is valued as such by the citizens of Mumbai. We are honored, humbled by your wholehearted support and encouragement to us. We can only try to improve our record each time we convene a new edition. We probably have become Mumbai's premier Paul Fest, as we call it, and not the lit fests that we have. We call ourselves the Paul Fest. As I've said this before, there's a history to the formation of Mumbai Collective. It's my job as the convener to let the new people who come into this hall of that story. The Mumbai Collective was formed sometime in 2016 when a series of incidents were rocking the nation. There were incidents in the Hyderabad Central University, the tragic death of a fine students leader called Rohit Vemula. Then we had the incidents in JNU. Then we had Gaurakshaks running amok in large parts of India. We had a large number of dignitaries returning their awards, including Padma awards, to the government in protest. That's the time in 2015 end that we... Sorry? Yeah. Okay. That's the time that we thought of convening such a collective. We did the first collective in March 2016. We booked this hall, and that decision was hugely ambitious. We did not expect more than 200 to 300 people to come in March 2016. I remember Enram was in the inaugural session in March 2016 as well. The hall filled up, and to our great astonishment, about 1,500 people came in and registered for that edition of Mumbai Collective. Thank you. That feeling was really overwhelming for all of us, the team which sort of organizes this collective. And we then went ahead, and that inspired us to do the second one, and now we have the third one. The only difference being that we are having it only for one day. So that's the history of Mumbai Collective, how it was born. As the earlier speaker has said, it was formed by a group of us living in Mumbai who were concerned that the ideals of freedom, pluralism, inclusion and tolerance as secured by the Indian Constitution were under a grave threat, particularly in the last 4 to 4.5 years. Mob lynching and vigilante attacks on Dalits and minorities continue even today with horrifying frequency and seeming impunity. Science and rationality continue to be under threat as ministers and administrators make fanciful and irresponsible claims about technological achievements in ancient India. Statements of Mr. Satyapal, Minister of State for Human Resource Development, challenging the validity of Darwin's theory of evolution, because nobody, including our ancestors, have said or ever written that they ever saw an ape turning into a human being. So there's no evidence because none of our ancestors saw the ape turning into a human being. It was delivered to the All India Vedic Sammelan 2 years back. These statements were followed up by statements like Kauravas from the ancient mythological epic Mahabharata were born with stem cell technology. Ramayana had 24 types of aircraft. Sri Lanka had many airports and airstrips. Theories of Newton and Einstein were wrong. Gravitational waves should be renamed Narendra Modi waves. And gravitational lensing effect should be renamed Harshvardhan effect. So these are the great suggestions that have been put to us by our administrators. More importantly, activists raising their voice against injustices have been targeted, framed and wrongfully detained. The last few months have seen the jailing and illegal harassment of large number of friends in Mumbai itself, friends who fight for freedom, friends who fight for the dignity of life. In the past year, we were exposed to also the systematic erosion of institutional structures that are the bedrock of our democracy, be it the Supreme Court of India. We have a retired Justice of the Supreme Court here in the panel. The Election Commission of India, Mr. Jagdeep Chokar was supposed to come, but unfortunately due to a health reason he could not make it. The Reserve Bank of India, Dr. S.L. Shetty will be here soon. Or the National Statistical Commission. I want to warmly welcome Dr. P.C. Mohanan, who had a great amount of courage and commitment to truth. He resigned from the National Statistical Commission in protest against the government's decision not to publish the employment survey, which actually showed an unemployment rate which was at a 45-year high. So thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and coming here. Now it is this alarming turn of events that have inspired us to convene this third collective. And I welcome all of you. The schedules are with you, the timings are with you. I hope you all will stay with us till the evening. We have a lovely set of cultural programs that follow. We run purely on crowdsourcing in terms of funding. We do not have big funders. So we request you to unashamedly help us, which is through a donation box, which is kept at the registration desk downstairs. So when you go down for tea or for a smoke or for the lunch, you can actually make use of that donation box. We'll be grateful to you. There are two exhibitions downstairs. One is by Posters Unite, which is a very fine exhibition of posters. The other is an exhibition of photographs titled Seeing the Agrarian Crisis. Photos taken by M. Rahul, who works with Sainath's Pari initiative in Mumbai. The cultural programs in the evening, as you can see, there is a lovely play called Blank Page by Sunil Shanbag's group in the evening. There will also be a performance by Ravindra Randhawa's group, The Swamp, which will be the final point of the day. So I will not stand between you and the speakers. Thank you very much for coming. We welcome all of you again on part of the team that organizes Mumbai Collective. We hope that we know that more people will come in, but we hope that you will all stay for the whole day with us. Thank you very much.